Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Daily Political Tarot Readings here on the Black and Orange channel. The joys of going live every day. Sorry, I'm running a little bit late today, but I have your questions in the chat. Matter of fact, I have so many questions that there are more things I want to read on. I could be here all day reading on all this stuff that is just starting to bubble up. And I told you guys how things that with all these planets going forward mid-month, that things would start moving, and they are. So buckle up, pumpkins. Yeah, so anyway, thank you, Lynn. Thank you, guys. Any excuse to wear this sweatshirt, any excuse I'll take. So okay. Oh, Linda's saying his full name is Mr. Ginger Weasley Kitty Esquire. I love it. I think cats should have crazy long names. You know, like in Brazil. Just really, really, really long names. Why not? All right. Kevin says if I had a black cat, I would name him Carbon. Oh, cool. I had a black cat for 20 years. My Nick. God, I love that cat. Anyway, Gma says this pumpkin's ready to buckle up. You got it. 10% of all income that comes from the channel goes to feedingamerica.org. That's an ongoing thing. And we have Epic Troll Slayers. Thank you for keeping us safe. If you are watching this on replay, hello, you can go down in the description box during the live stream. Of course, you're always welcome. During the live stream, you can just follow along with the questions in the description box if you'd like. And if you're watching on replay, everything will be timestamped because I timestamp as I go, and then I clean things up when I'm done. So it should be really easy to get to not only exactly what you're interested in today. You just a little tarot political tarot buffet, I've started calling it. So yeah, so just pick and choose what you're interested in. So okay. Labrat says my sister named her Tuxie Nicholas Loomis Quimby. I love this. Oh, and the skeleton kitty. The skeleton kitty is just a little scratch behind the ear is just right there, just right. Oh, the kitten. Because there's a kitten right underneath the standing desk too. Anyway, all right. Cards. And we're definitely starting with the energy up quite high, which is great because, oh my gosh, the jerks are running amok. Anyway, oh wait, it's right there. Better. All right. I'm just getting my feet wet. Not quite sure how to make it work quite right, but I'm on TikTok under Book Art Media, and mostly I'm just trying to find the humor in what we do here. So but I'm just starting. It's hard. I'm just starting, so it's still pretty bad. So if you're on TikTok and you go to Book Art Media, I'm there. It's just starting out anyway. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm learning. That's all we can do in life. We're always trying to learn new stuff. Okay. So starting at 5 minutes in, 5 minutes in. So Dave says I can almost see them pulling Bannon out of the gutter and taking him to jail. Yep. All right. So yeah, So Trump, in his infinite Trumpness, decided that to sue, bring a lawsuit against the January 6th Select Committee and the National Archives to keep his documents from going to Congress. How's that going to go? Thank you, Taylor. Thank you. I appreciate that. See, on the one hand, I'm thinking, this is ridiculous. Of course, it's not going to work. And everyone's saying this is not going to work. This is not going to work. But we've seen other things not work before. So there's always this little worry in the back of my head going, so, oh, I just saw Kitty. Anyway, Trump's lawsuit. According to the AP, you'll love this. In a federal lawsuit, Trump said the committee's August request? Was it in August? Anyway, was almost limitless in scope and sought many records that weren't connected to the siege. He called it okay, now this killed me. Ready? In Trump's lawsuit to stop the January 6th Select Committee from getting information about January 6th, what he was doing on January 6th, in this suit, he called it a, quote, vexatious illegal fishing expedition that was untethered from any legitimate legislative purpose. Vexatious illegal fishing expedition. Vexatious illegal fishing expeditious. You know he did not write that. You know he did not write that. There's no way. There is no way. I will bet you a Halloween lollipop. That is not true. I will bet you a Halloween lollipop and a latte. He did not write that. Oh, nay, 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 nay. Oh, nay, nay. Oh, nay, 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 nay. DDN is saying, yes, somebody's been using the thesaurus for him. Hello, sweetness. You coming up? Hey. Woo-hoo. Oh, no, going over your bed, huh? Okay. So, Doxy Mom says, aw, somebody has a word of the day calendar. Yes. Oh, my goodness. So, how's the lawsuit going to go? Hi. Are you eyeing the desk? You're eyeing the desk. It's very distracting when you eye the desk because I want you to be a happy kitten. Yes, you and your brother. I want you to be happy kittens. Just lie down. Trump is an idiot. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Yes. And I live to ridicule fascists. Yes, I do. There we go. Boo-boos and kitties here. So how is Trump's lawsuit going to go? To stop the vexatious illegal fishing expedition. Vexatious. It's the word of the day. Everything vexatious. You're a good boy. He's a good boy. Yes, he's a good boy. Doxy Mom says Trump is so persnippety. Persnippety is good. So that's it. Persnickety? No, he's not persnickety. Yes, you're right. It is persnippety. You're correct. My mistake. Kevin, yes. Camera, man, woman, TV. Yes. How's this lawsuit going to go? Donald J. for Genius Trump. And for those of you who are new around here, I'm not kidding. A Republican. 2 Republicans were talking, and apparently they were young, but they were still Republicans at Mar-a-Lago. And one said, "Hey, have you met President Trump?" And the other said, "Yeah, I got to meet him. I got to ask him a question." "Really?" "Yeah." "Well, what was the question?" "Well, I asked him, what does the J in your middle name stand for? And Trump said it stands for genius. It's kind of all you really need to know, isn't it? Here, let's come up here. So Trump J for genius Trump. So Donald J for genius Trump. There we go. Yeah. All right. Oh yeah, there's the lawsuit. And it's based on the devil card. I guess they're saving the fool card for later. Talks about persnickety is a mispronunciation. Trump used persnickety. Oh boy. Persnickety. It's kind of fun. It's like being snippy, only being very persnickety about being snippy. But anyway, he's still an idiot. Moon. Oh, he is so, oh my gosh. Oh yeah, he's hiding stuff. He has stuff to hide. Of course the devil card shows up. I agree, Kathy. Kathy Anderson. Steven says his sister admits to doing his homework. Mm-hmm. Sherry H. Well, that's true. He is like a really smart person. In no way, shape, or form. He really is like a smart person in no way, shape. Mm-mm. True. I like Sterling Roses. I like yours. Sniffity. He's definitely sniffity. Yes. Alicia, you stole his Sharpies? Oh, no. He won't be able to function. Moon? Somebody's tired. Moon? 5 of Cups. 3 of Pentacles. Oh my gosh, he has stuff to hide. King of Swords. So run to the courts. 2 of Cups. It's not going to work. No. He is, this is the one major arcana here. And this is the card of Howling at the Moon. He's, just a little bit upset. Oh, just a wee bit upset. Then this is his plan. Take everything to court. And at first it's like, oh, grief. Because I think we're worried, oh, this is going to drag stuff on and on and on. But at the end, that pumpkin figure who's trying to make a mess of things is looking down, and it's like, oh, well, that didn't do much, did it? And there's still a bucket behind him that's perfectly fine. And there's plenty of water over here to refill the bucket. So the kind of, oh, look, on that, the pumpkin guy's face is, I think, what is going to happen. But he's going to keep trying. No matter how much they shoot down these stupid lawsuits or stupid ideas, he'll just keep trying and trying, and it just doesn't work. You get the Democrats. This is the, that's the Democrats on the committee. That's National Archives. Here's some information. Thank you so much. Would you like some coffee? Some coffee cake. Come on in. Have a seat. So, definitely vexatious. But what's vexing, it's going to be vexing for him, not. And it feels like the National Archives is just like, whoa, okay. Look, we just do records. You guys work this out. Whatever you work out, we'll do. So, Jane says, what could possibly be in the National Archives that's worthwhile? Surely Barr had everything destroyed that could incriminate him and the orangutan. He's very worried about what's in there. Because there are records. There is, in one of the early books on Trump, there were stories about that office building that's right near the White House, where it's kind of overflow from the White House and whatnot. There was actually an office where they spent their time. Trump had a habit from day one of, when he was finished with paper, ripping it up and throwing it like on the ground, like a toddler. Shocking, I know. But because of the laws about keeping records, aides were having to scoop up that paper, take it into the other building, and tape it back together, like the president was a toddler. So in theory, all of that stuff ends up in the National Archive. Because as a public servant, your work is not private, it's public. That's the point. But I guess we're going to find out if there's anything more to that. Executive office building. Thank you, Taylor. Oh, the oligarch. We'll be getting to that. He's really worried. They have all kinds of stuff. Records of visitor logs. Trump famously stopped the White House from releasing visitor logs and various things. But it doesn't mean the records weren't kept. The records were kept. And they end up in the National Archive. So there's all kinds of stuff. Oh my gosh. Carolyn says there's a live raid now on Fox. Really? Yes, Doxy Mom, a very stable genius who wears a girdle and kitten heels. And frankly, if it was a real girdle and real kitten heels, he'd actually could potentially look better. I don't have a problem with the cross-dressing because I don't see it as cross-dressing, but yeah, but he's going to attack other people for being ugly. Mm-hmm. Athos says, Malcolm Nance says everything ever created is in the cloud, in the computers, all phone calls, everything. Steve says, hey, I'm here live today, just listening though. I have great news. Mom's butterscotch shortage ended. Store had a few. Oh, good. I want your mom to be okay. I've never met your mom, but I like her. She just seems very sweet. Smoke and mirrors. Smoke bomb. You can't see me. You can't see my records. Yeah, okay. Hand over. We're taking the records. Strength. Sword of truth. Strength, sword of truth, 8 of wands. They'll look at the claim. It's not going to work. He's going to try every other thing imaginable against every. He's going to delay. He's going to try anyway. So is this going to go on and on and on? Kind of like this reading. Just goes on and on and on. 3 of Pentacles. As the plan. 8 of Cups. Ace of Pentacles. Devil card. I just feel like the records. Oh. Ooh. This is the card of evidence. It's usually the pile of cups in the front. The guy comes in, leaves evidence, and leaves. It's my card of evidence. This is the evidence, and there's a whole lot of it. Whole candy bag full, and it reveals all kinds of nasty stuff. Really? It's so easy to believe at this point he gets away with everything. So, but no, not going to fall for that despondent, nothing can be done nonsense. Eight of Pumpkins, Eight of Pentacles. The work he did. High Priestess. Four of Swords. Emperor. Secrets of the Emperor. It's just a historical record. It's not active. The whole point of executive privilege is, and it feels like this is what the judges are going to say. The whole point of executive privilege is so that presidents can get current information, the best information, in order to act. But this isn't about anything going on now. This isn't national security. This is a historical record. It's not going to work. And in fact, it doesn't even feel like it's going to take long for it not to work. Relatively speaking. Yeah, it doesn't feel like it's going to take that long. And don't forget, Jupiter, though these planets are now moving forward, and they're moving into really bad places in various people's charts, including Trump's. Jupiter is still going to be protecting him for maybe another month, maybe. But once you start getting into the end of December, end of November, and then December, and then January, the astrology all turns against Trump. It's negativity without. Not only is Jupiter not protecting him, but it actually moves on to start squaring things and causing some friction. So, oh, I'm sorry about the phone. Poor Taylor just got up to answer the phone. I'm sorry. Anyway, all right. So that went on for a long time, but we need to look at these things. So at 22:30. Let's make it 23. All right, I'll get rid of that. Okay. So at 23. So the January 6th committee is voting tonight on what to do about Steve Bannon, whether to hold him in contempt or criminal contempt. Refer it to the DOJ for criminal prosecution. Thank you, guys. Frida Smet says the moon is looking so bright tonight. Oh, it must be. I'm guessing it's nighttime where you are. Why is it so dark? Whoa, okay. Dark is better than burning my retinas off. Okay, we'll just do that. Whew. All right. 24. Hello, kitten. You should still be sleeping. Yes, because you're grumpy. So what are they going to do about Bannon tonight? Are they going to vote to send Bannon's, well, specifically, according to the AP, Trump's lawsuit came the evening before the panel is scheduled to vote to recommend that Bannon be held in criminal contempt of Congress for his defiance of the committee's demands for documents and testimony. Bannon was a private citizen when he spoke to Trump ahead of the attack. The committee said, and key point here, Trump has not asserted any such executive privilege claims to the panel itself. Just like when Trump was in office, people just go up there and say executive privilege. It's like, no. Trump has to get his orange pear shape down here, sit in this chair, and state you're trying to go for executive privilege. And then we'll take you to court. But this all, I'm going to sit at home. I'm not even going to show up, and everybody's just going to throw around these words. Oh, nay, nay. Nips, nip, 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 nip. Doxy Mom saying the January 6th committee has already sent Bannon's lawyer a letter that his executive privilege is not acceptable. Floating Lotus, yes, I think the word you're looking for is patootie. That's a great word. Thank you. Chris Wickens is pointing out that there's no longer a prison cell in the basement of the Capitol building. I wonder if they will send him to a regular lockup. Well, you pretty much have to if they do that. Taylor said he might be using legal Zoom. So committee, the January 6th committee this evening, what are you going to do about Bannon? Four of Wands. These guys, they really think they're above the law. They really think, yeah, it's just a system. We're just, they're con artists. They're scamming the system. And it's like, nah, you just do a little this, do a little that, do a little, then you get away with what you want and all this money and you're scot-free. Not anymore. Two of Cups. So there's, it feels like unanimity. They are unanimous against the corruption. And they're going to go, ta-da. And yeah, they're going to, yeah, it feels very strongly they're going to send the Bannon thing for criminal contempt of Congress. Trying to get a sense. Yeah. Okay. Yes, delay. Says Chris Wickens saying delay, divert, and digress. Exactly. Yeah. All right. Well, that leads us to the next question at 28. 28. Will the DOJ decide to prosecute Bannon? Will the DOJ decide to prosecute Bannon? Merrick Garland. It feels like Merrick Garland's just waiting. Just like it feels like he and others, it's almost like they're standing at the door, like waiting for Congress to bring them the paperwork. Like, we're just waiting here. That's what it feels like. Oh, that's right, Doxy Mom. It gets voted on by committee this evening, and then it's sent to the House to vote on, then the DOJ. Okay, so the DOJ and the House. The House and the DOJ. Thank you for reminding me. Thank you. Government institutions. Your government dollars at work. In the House, what are they going to do about Bannon? Oh, they're uniting. They're fine. And they're not going to let the emperor keep his secrets. Of course, there will be the House members who, but yeah. Oh, it's such a good day when every time Jim Jordan gets laryngitis. The world becomes a brighter place. All right, House. Feels pretty straightforward. Page of Swords. Bullying. It's bullying and arguments of spying and things like that, but it's pretty small. It doesn't feel like the argument has a lot of weight. How was it set up? What was the plan? How was it put together? The January 6th insurrection, how was it put together? And we're so used right now, we're so used to intractable divisions in Congress, but they might actually pull a rabbit out of the hat on this one. There might be some Republicans who vote along with this. It's in their best interest in the long term. And despite it looking like the entire right side of the aisle is composed of nothing but Jim Jordan's and Matt Gaetz's and what have you, it's not necessarily true. So Chris Wiggins, good point. Will Garland fast track it when he receives it? Okay, so now the DOJ, what are they going to do? Because he's refusing to play along. There's a Sun card. And there's a Judgment card. Oops, which way am I going here? Which way? Oh, there we go. He's not playing along, so bringing everything out into the sunlight and definite judgment. These are major arcana. So are they going to fast track it? Doxy Mom says Cheney and Kissinger will vote for contempt. There we go. Taylor's saying, I always thought they would. I just spidey sense. Okay. So the DOJ, are they going to fast track this? Because don't they have 70 days to bring it to court or something? Something like that. Unless both sides agree to waive that, it has to go to court within 70 days. Most of the time, the prosecutor and lawyers agree to waive that, but if they don't, you would move along. Again, the refusal. Yeah, this doesn't feel like he's going to change tack tonight, this afternoon. Could be wrong, of course. None of this is 100%. Reading on collective energy, that isn't how this works, but he's pretty determined. 9 of Cups sitting in front of the committee. And there's a Fool. Hard to tell who that is. And there's America watching a Fool in front of the committee. I think he will hold on for quite a while. But ultimately, they're going to call his bluff. And it's going to get serious enough that he's like, fine. A Fool in front of the world, in front of the committee, America watching. Who's got the popcorn? Okay. B. Smith, 173, 170. Oh, thank you, B. Smith. Yeah. Yes, I was watching Andrea over on Lilac Lantern Tarot before I came on today. She does a good job. Okay. Oh, people have popcorn. Okay. Okay. All right. At 35, where are we? Vexatious. Sorry, just that word is just killing me. 35. Okay. I might need some information from you guys. Joe Greenberg, the Matt Gaetz wingman, let's put it that way, who's in a lot of legal trouble. His case has been postponed until March of 2022 because he is cooperating with prosecutors in Florida so he can talk more to the feds. Have they said when? Is there an actual date in March so I can look up the astrology? Does anybody know? Dave says, Andrea's energy is refreshing. It is. It is. So, Joe Greenberg. His case has been postponed. Does this mean there are some big names who are going to rue the day that they met Joe Greenberg? Four of Cups. I kept seeing this question out the corner of my eye, and I was trying to focus on this question and not go back to the previous one, but apparently my brain's still on the previous one. Jane's asking, will this ruin Bannon's reputation? Will he be able to continue his radio show, street cred, and what have you? It is not going to ruin his reputation because his reputation's bad as it is. Will he be able to continue his radio show? He wants to be the next Rush Limbaugh. So the more he puts a thumb in the eye of, or owns the libs or whatever it is, the more defiant he is, the more far-right eyeballs he gets. Ears and eyeballs. So he thinks this is going to be a massive cash windfall for him. So that's what that is. Still getting that refusal card, and I don't think that's Greenberg. Did I at least the right? Oh, that isn't him. These are. He thought he was fine. He and his buddies thought they could do what they want, get away with what they want. Grab him by the cat. Do what you want. But they're being disabused of that notion. And he is, let's say, sending messages, communications messages, could be documentation about other people trying to save his own skin. So is Greenberg really cooperating? Is it going to make a difference? Or are we going to finally hear about the charges for everybody involved and be like, really? Queen of Wands. Four of Swords. Lovers. There are a lot of people, and I'm feeling a sense of relief. There are some people involved who will not be. There isn't enough evidence against them or something. And a lot of this just seemed like it was going to go away. There are a lot of people involved who we've never heard of. It's a bigger, it's a prostitution ring. It's what it feels like. Greenberg. Well, you're going to be spending Christmas with your family. 10 of Cups. So there are a lot of men involved. And some women. Like Ghislaine. Ghoulaine. The ghoul. Not directly with this, but like that sort of thing. 2 of Cups. 5 of Wands. 8 of Wands. 4 of Swords. And 7 of Swords. Okay. I don't like that some people are. There's some people who are going to get away with something here. This is legal. Just you're done. It's over. I'm not specifically asking about like Gaetz and what have you, but it's just. I'm getting prepare yourself that in the same way that. What's his name? He owned the New England Patriots. And he was caught up in that sting of a massage parlor. You know what happened to him? Nothing. Holly and friends. Greenberg probably celebrates Hanukkah, not Christmas. Oh, my mistake. I'm so sorry. I'm sincerely sorry. Holidays. Celebrate the holidays, I should have said. I'm not even Christian anymore. I don't know why, but I just keep saying Christmas. Kraft, that was it. Robert Kraft. Thank you. Thank you, Debbie. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you. Yeah, I think some of these guys. Yeah. Okay. Well, okay. Just cheer us up a little bit. What about Gaetz? Oh, it's. I'm getting a mental image of something sticking to him, like goo. He's trying to, but he tries to pull some of it off, but it's like sticky and it stains his clothes. 9 of Swords. Yeah, Gaetz really blew it on this one. 6 of Swords, Emperor. Queen of Wands. He was too close to Greenberg. And too arrogant. I do what I want. There's a real possibility of some jail time in here somewhere. I don't know how they'll contain him in a jail. I mean, Matt Gaetz in a jail cell, though. I mean, his hair won't clear the door. Don, Gaetz goo. Oh, it's no, it's goo on Gaetz. It's toxic grossness that everybody can see. High Priestess. Queen of Cups, Empress, Wheel of Fortune. It's going to be very perilous for him. We will see it. There will be some attempts to maybe there were some attempts. Some women wanted money to keep this quiet. Somebody wanted money to keep this quiet, but America will see. And he's going to be on the Wheel of Fortune, and it's going to spin and spin, and lots of sharp little pointy objects, metaphorically, are going to be aimed at him. So, anyway. Moon Hermit Hierophant. That does not bode well for you, Gaetz. All right. So Gaetz's cards are still terrible. So day ending and why. All right. We're coming up on 45. Oh, this is interesting. Just want to make sure I make a note of the I read on Gaetz too. Okay, so Rhonda had a question. Like Beyonce sang, "Who run the world? Girls." Will America ever be run by mostly women? Anytime soon? I like this question. Will America be run by mostly women? Well, it'd be nice if we could get our first female vice president. No, we have our first female vice president, our first female president. I'm sorry, I misspoke there. It'd be nice if we could get our first, we did get our first female vice president. It'd be good if we get our first female president. We do have a female Speaker of the House. Thank you very much. Four of Pentacles. Republican power is waning. This is the card of the miser. Their fields are barren are relatively barren of new voters and what have you, which pushes power to the Democrats, and there are just more women in positions of power in the Democratic Party than there are in the Republican Party. And that's an objective truth. Four of Cups, Hanged Man. The end, could this be the end of mansplaining? No, too much to hope for. Page of Pentacles, Nine of Wands, and the World. Who run the world? Girls. This feels like men who would belittle women, going all the way back in the workforce, in politics, and power, in, I was talking to someone this morning who was saying that, well, back in, she said the Greek times, but I think it was even late Middle Ages and beyond, where they thought that women were hysterical because their uterus would travel, and it's like, what, like move down their arms and then up over their heads and down one leg. What? What? Anyway, just stupid stuff like that. But it's an end to this nonsense. There are young women today who are going to be in huge positions of power. It's not going to be easy, but it's cleaning up after hundreds and thousands of years of men making the decisions. But I think that these women who are going to be names that ring down through history, I think they're actually relatively young right now. But these great female leaders, they're on their way. It's coming. It is absolutely on its way. B. Smith. Ah, yes, the wandering universe. Yes. Okay. Okay. 49. We're going to read on the two senators from Georgia. Because Kathy Lamson wants to know, will the current senators from Georgia be reelected? We're going to look at Ossoff, and then we're going to look at Warnock. Okay. Ossoff in Georgia. Will you be reelected? Jon Ossoff. 34. He's born and raised in Atlanta. But when does he come back up for re-election? He's been a senator from Georgia since 2021. Re-election. Ballotopedia. Last elected January 5th, 2021. Term ends 2027. So, oh, Freda, I'm so sorry. I've got my questions for today, but I'll be back tomorrow. I'm here 365 days of the year. Sorry. I feel bad when I don't read all your questions, but they're very important to me. Okay. Ossoff, 2027. Are you going to be reelected? Okay, why did I just feel a jolt of energy? Top of my head. I'm glad, Jolie. Wheel of Fortune. Okay, lots going to happen between now and 2027. Knight of Wands, Strength, Two of Wands. There are going to be a lot of shenanigans. He's going to, if this was a person coming to me and saying, am I going to be reelected? I would say, make sure they check everything. Because there could be some little far right shenanigans here trying to mess with things. But as long as you keep an eye on things, as long as you double check things, you're careful, you have got a real shot here. That's what it feels like. Joanne says he's a rock star. Chris Wicken says only 365 here. Boy, that is just not enough. Thank you for saying that. Appreciate it. Yeah. The channel will grow if the channel grows. All I can do is my best. Just show up and do my best. Warnock, 53. Okay. And I'm going to guess that it's the same deal. Donate to re-elect Warnock. Hang on. Is Warnock up for re-election? Democratic U.S. Senate Representative Georgia. He's up next year. Term ends 2023. Oh, goodness. Raphael Warnock. Okay. Oh, goodness. Oh, boy. Raphael Warnock. His energy's good. He actually feels like a nice person. Decent person. Not used to that. I read on politicians. Floating Lotus says Warnock took a seat that had been vacated. Thank you. So Warnock, you were up for re-election next year. How's that going to go? Re-election. Election. That's the judgment card is my card for elections. Atha is saying temporary position. Kick the man a couple of bucks, please. Chris says Warnock is a good man. Floating Lotus says he's a pastor. That makes sense. Thank you, Diana. You guys, you have great information. Thank you. 9 of Pentacles, 10 of Wands, King of Swords. Please go out and vote. Please, please, Georgia, go out and vote. Please, oh please. 8 of Swords, 8 of Cups. It feels like Republicans trying to mess with things so that Democratic voters are left. It's like the man in red comes through and the Democratic voters are like, well, wait a minute, what does that mean? It's a burden. The right are carrying the burden of the far right. The Republicans are carrying the burden of being infiltrated by the fascist party of Trump. And this is trying to conduct a fair election. But Warnock is voluntarily having to stand still. It's like, wait. And voters going, wait, what does that mean? Senator Warnock, Pamela's saying. Yes. Did I say the wrong thing? Lisa Saint-Jean. Bonjour, Sébastien. Ça va bien. Merci. Et vous? Gerrymandering, that could be part of it. CC Ryder says Warnock may win Georgia, but may win, but Georgia may deny the certification, therefore pushing it to the court. See, something hinky. All right, if any of the lighting problem has gotten better here? It's still kind of dark. Not really. All right, we'll just do this. Just can't get there from here. And considering I look at the cards, that's a little bit better. I look at the cards, I need light here. It isn't even so much what I look like. It's I need to be able to see this very well. Anyway, je suis très bien. D'accord. All right. Warnock. Are you going to win re-election? The king of the far right. Judgment. 9 of Cups. 2 of Pentacles. That's an election. That's a whole lot of Democrats being voted in. That's a real weakening of Republican power because of the burden of Trump fascism, which is kind of an oxymoron. Trumpism, fascism, oxymoron. So, true, Taylor, it's imperative all sane people vote. Oh, Scotia Sweet, I'm glad you like it. I think he's adorable. He's just a kitten. Just a cute little kitten. Anyway. Ça va bien, merci. Okay, 59. Oh. I really try to keep, I'm an adult, and I try to not make fun, do silly 10-year-old insults, insults 10-year-olds would use. I really try. I try. Will Representative Fortenberry, Republican from Nebraska, be indicted by the FBI? That's the Sorry. That's the question. Okay. Will Fortenberry be indicted by the FBI? In 2018, Fortenberry's chief of staff was referred to the House Ethics Committee after allegedly threatening a Nebraska professor who had liked a Facebook photo of a campaign sign where the congressman's name had been changed to Fartenberry. Welcome to the Black and Orange channel, everybody. Will Fortenberry be indicted by the FBI? Because it sounds like more it was his chief of staff, but Linton Mercury saying R2 are not. It's the news. I didn't make that up. Holly says, why won't they grow up? No, because they don't have to. Because they really don't have to. So, hanged man, stop doing that. Quit it. Kevin says, finally, a touch of vulgarity. Star. 8 of Wands. 6 of Pentacles. 9 of Wands. 4 of Cups. I'm not seeing jail. I'm not seeing legal stuff. I'm not seeing give a little bit of information, but mostly just delay and refuse to cooperate, and a lot of mean things are said that nobody means. He's his staff and he's responsible for them, but I'm not getting a lot here. I'm getting a big slap on the wrist, don't do it again. Yeah. So like to post. You threatened him because he's a professor who liked to post, making fun of the guy's name. Oh boy. Really? So, White Dragon had a good question. Let's see, 104. Let me put this in. Okay. So, will Sniffy escape to the Middle East as a fugitive from the law as things get worse for him? I've read on this before, but it's worth checking in again. White Dragon, see if the energy shifted at all. So is Trump going to flee? Thank you, Kevin. So is... See, now my brain's going Trump the mump. Is 4:30. Is Trump going to flee to the Middle East? Remember his asshole country comment? It isn't just... He basically feels that way about most countries, including ones in the Middle East. Page of Cups. Feels like a temper tantrum. In his emotions, but childish. He presents as, King of Pentacles. I'm the great Forbes billionaire, whatever. But in reality, he's a petulant child who has temper tantrums, as we know. Justice is definitely coming for him. 7 of Pentacles is fruits of labor, and that's aggressive law. This is him being arrested, indicted, all of that. Here's the Justice card over money he thinks he has. I seriously think it. I really don't wonder if it's too late. If Cy Vance and those the people around him, the prosecutors, if they haven't frozen the Trump assets, if they're just keeping an eye on them, and that because this feels like he's not going to have the money to flee, and they are closing in. They are closing in. That's what it feels like. So, my friend says he feels that way about most places outside New York or Palm Beach. That's a very good point, Jolie. He couldn't take his adoring MAGAs with him. Yes. Exactly. Teresa says, just noticed your light in the corner. Need one like Lynn Taro's? I don't know what that is. Sorry. Okay, 107 and a bit. So let's have a look at this Russian oligarch. 0730. Let's see here. All right. Derek. No, it's not Derek Deripaska. It's. Oh. Oleg Deripaska. That's it. FBI at the Washington home of Russian oligarch Oleg Deripaska. FBI surges on the home. Sanctioned Russian oligarch of the Putin regime. Because I'm trying to figure out why are they going after him? Because I thought this morning, they said they found a diplomatic passport, which would mean you can't touch him. Oleg Deripaska. Oh, Roland, asking Autumn and all in the chat to pray for dear friends Winsler Noyes, his family, and all within Oak Flats. They're going in front of a Ninth Circuit court to protect their sacred lands this Thursday. Oh, absolutely. Saying positive energy for the benefit to protect the sacred lands for the good of all. Okay. Change this to 9. Oleg, my friend. If he has a diplomatic passport, how can they raid his home? But what's going to happen with this raid on Oleg Deripaska? And then I want to know if this is going to have anything to do with the idea of perhaps a certain ex-president's money laundering. We'll get to that in just a moment. Queen of Cups. Okay. Barr would never have let this happen. That's what it feels like. Or whoever was head of the FBI. Or both. That's what it feels like. 5 of Pentacles. 4 of Wands. There's the World. 5 of Swords. And the 6 of Cups. It's there's a new sheriff in town is what it feels like. This is the card of retirement or vacation. This is, Republicans are not in the positions of power to stop this kind of thing from going through. A lot of people have gone into retirement. There's also a hint of, the people who would have stopped this. It's a new world. And this insult to injury is not going to go unchecked. And this is Democrats working together in the halls, feels like. All right, we're doing this. What's next? What's this part? Okay, comes next? What are we doing? Okay, now what's the next thing? What's the next thing? What's the next thing? Working together. There's more coming. Three cards on Oleg Deripaska. Given Brazil. Oh, so anyway, Mitch's aluminum factory in Kentucky. I thought that fell through. Let's see here. Oleg, what's going to happen to you? 3 of Cups. The law enforcement, they're happy about something they find. They're very happy about something they find. Ace of Cups, 9 of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles. Links. Things he did illegally in this country. Money that he moved into illegal campaign contributions and undue influence and the Democrats, their cup's gonna runneth over about what I was actually doing. Okay. So at 113, see here. Will any of the raid on Oleg Deripaska, is any of that going to reflect back on Trump for money laundering, or could be anything? But does this have anything to do with Donald J. Virginia's Trump malfeasance? Excuse me. Yes, Michelle, Oleg Deripaska. Did I say the wrong thing? AFTA says the U.S. does not have to accept this special diplomacy status. Deripaska's banks and funds can be shut down again. Again? Linda McMurtry says, I don't think they're after Oleg. I think they're after his Trump connections. Is this going to blow back on Donald J. Virginia's Trump? Thank you for being here with me. All right, things coming to light. 2 of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune, Empress. Well, whatever it is, we will see. Knight of This can be a money courier. 5 of Cups. This is my evidence card. No, 8 of Cups is my evidence card. 5 of Cups is disappointment. Okay. He's really in the hot seat now. Things look dodgy, but what they find is going to be much more I don't want to use that word. It's going to look bad. It's going to look much worse. It's not going to be a secret. We will find out about where he was moving money. And yeah, there's only so much he can do. He's used to being able to get away with absolutely any thought that comes into his head, but that's not going to work. He's not going to be able to get rid of this. Interesting. Will this blow back on the Orange Fiora? 6 of Pentacles. Well, if money went to Trump, it's a fraction of what Deripaska has access to. That doesn't make it right. Doesn't mean Trump necessarily won't get in trouble, but 10 of Ghosts, 4 of Wands, 7 of Pentacles, Fruits of Labor. Yeah, it's all going to come to light. We're going to see all the different people and the things they did. Right now, Trump, he's still swanning around. Note to the world, note to the universe. As of October 19th, 2021, Trump just swanning around, not doing his thing. There may be something here, but it's the stuff. It feels like they're uncovering some other stuff that has to do with Deripaska, and it's worse than they thought, and it was more than they thought. That's what I'm getting. So, yes, Kevin, it does sound vexatious. Yes. Oh, let's see here. 118. Now, I normally, again, don't like the 10-year-old insults or insults by 10-year-olds. But in the chat where it says, will stupid Mitch finally stop licking Trump's boots? I don't mean that as in, well, you know how I feel about Mitch McConnell, but I mean that as in, that's a quote. That's what Donald Trump called him. Called McConnell stupid. And it is no personality. And we know there's no love lost. But is McConnell finally going to just be willing to is he going to get to the point where he despises Trump so much he's actually going to do something about it? Are you going to do something to stop Trump, against Trump, whatever it is? Empress. Again, more cards I've got a lot of sunlight. I've got a lot of Empress cards, things coming to light, including this hair that is on my face. Where are you? I can feel you there. Okay. Nope. What is that? Well, all right. Sorry. I keep getting cards of things coming to light. Government. Sorry. Institutions. Ace of Swords. 5 of Wands. Three of Swords. I'm getting a headache from like that Trump is a headache for Mitch. Aha, got it. Yeah, Trump is a headache for Mitch. Also, reading on Mitch's energy, suddenly it's just draining. He's not well. King of Swords. You know, when we talk about when Trump goes down, we're going to get popcorn and we're going to be watching. I don't think we're going to be the only ones eating popcorn watching the fall of Donald J. Trump. Institution, sword of truth. If anything, it was Mitch trying to keep the sword of truth off of Trump. And then there's still the far right mess that Mitch is trying to figure out a way to diffuse it so he can get power back to himself, of course. He thought it might be out of the goodness of his heart or decency of the country. Oh, I love your optimism. But no, this is what's coming for Trump. And that's what McConnell is hoping is coming for Trump, and what he suspects is coming for Trump is a whole lot of legal pain. Big legal pain. And McConnell, he's like, I want to see it. They really don't like each other, but they both love power. Is Mitch going to actively do something to lessen Trump's little tiny fists on control of the Republicans? I don't think so. Too much risk. Too much risk on it blowing back on him and his some of the Republican senators. So 8 of Wands. Yeah, the far right would go nuts if he tried anything against more directly. 7 of Pentacles. Fruits of labor, though, but Trump lost them, the presidency, the House, and the Senate in one term. McConnell's powerless. Not completely. We know he's not powerless, but he feels powerless. Knight of Cups. Democrats are in power. Yeah, that's all I'm getting there. All right, and I've this is so silly. I don't know what is on my face. It shows up and then it doesn't, and then it shows up and then it doesn't. And I can't see it. Okay. Hang on. One cat hair got stuck in just the edge of my lipstick. That's why it was driving me crazy. Okie dokie. All right. What else have we got here? Oh, Steve has a question about the 4 hours of deposition. Thank you, Dave. Thank you. Yes, Scotia Sweetie, come on. The planets are going forward. Let's go. Get these shady shysters. Yes. Okay. CC Ryder saying from CNN, in 2018, Deripaska was investigated for money laundering and has been accused of threatening lives of business rivals, illegally wiretapping a government official, taking part in extortion and racketeering. He's used to doing anything he wants to. He's an oligarch. Back in Russia, you do. It's like, you know where the bodies are buried. You don't have to bury the bodies. You just hire people to do it for you. If you don't do it, the other oligarchs will do it to keep things quiet. Dawn says, Autumn is as sensitive as a Halloween spider on her web. But as a scorpion, not a scorpion, as a Scorpio, I keep my stinger tucked away. And of course, obviously, scorpions don't have webs, but some spidery type things do bite, sting. 125:30. Okay, Steve's question. After over 4 hours of deposition, what is 45's mindset? Arrogance, defiance, despondency, maybe something else. I would think perhaps lack of sobriety, but after 4 hours of deposition of the first of oh so many. How you doing, Sniffy? Is the biggest victim to ever be victimized by anyone ever in the history of ever. Yes. No one has ever been treated worse than you. Yes. A white American man born in the 40s who grew up, he was a millionaire by the age of 6, was it? Because of his father's money. Yeah. No one's had it worse than him. King of Pentacles. That's how he sees himself. I'm rich. I'm important. You are a narcissist, sir. You are the walking embodiment of all 7 deadly sins, and I shall not miss you when you go. 6 of Cups. 4 of Wands. Magician. How's he feeling? He just wants to relax, to party. He wants to be around like-minded people who are going to suck up to him. And he wants his lawyers to make all of this go away. You're a lawyer. Pull a rabbit out of the hat. Make it go away. I shouldn't have to do any of this. I should be able to golf and roll in my borrowed money. It's just very pathetic. Yeah, pathetic. We'll go with pathetic. Holly in France said someone should tell him that victims are considered weak. Yes, but Cartman with a K. Cartman's drama triangle. Victim at the bottom. Persecutor in one of the top corners, and savior in the other. And the reason it's an inverted triangle is because even if they're going to save, nobody can fix it but me. But then nobody's appreciative enough, so they go back to being the victim. And then there's the savior, then the persecutor, and they're attacking, and then they get attacked back, and then I've been attacked. And they go back to being the victim. He lives on the drama triangle. You probably have somebody in your life that you've dealt with who lives on the drama triangle. And what I have learned, considering we're 2.5 weeks away from my 50th birthday, what I've learned is that people who live on the drama triangle, unless they decide they want to change, you have to walk away, as hard as that is. But I will be happy to walk away from Trump. But anyway. Scotia Sweetie says, I was raised in the drama triangle. It was heinous for childhood. Oh, it is. It's very damaging for children. Yeah. So, all right, everybody. But we're here. We're going to make it through. There's good stuff coming out. Good stuff ahead. Good days ahead. We've got Uncle Joe in the White House. We have got Democrats in charge of what goes to the floor in the House and the Senate. Things aren't perfect, but oh my gosh, are they better from where they were a year ago? At this point, I'm not even sure we knew yet for certain which way Arizona had gone. Actually, I think we had by now, but it hadn't been for long. So let's say 13 months ago. Things are so much better than they were. So anyway, B. Smith says is 2 weeks away from 65. Congratulations. Drama is exhausting. Yes. Keep on the page or the stage. Oh, B. Smith. Yes, I love that. Keep it on the page or the stage. I have this list of rules and guidelines I live by. Number 2 on the list is drama belongs in fiction. So yeah. All right. Okay, I'm just having a quick look. All right. Oh, and Kathy Anderson's having a good day. Good. All right. Well, I will be back tomorrow. It's 1:51 here in Chicago, and at 4 o'clock I'll be over at the Book Art Media channel for the Creative Sprint as usual. But I will be right back here tomorrow, and I am working on my gathering and organizing my astrology information so we can keep more up to date on when certain politicians are coming up for elections. It's going to take time. It's going to be one of those things built over time. Rome was not built in a day kind of thing. But when we talk about certain politicians, I really do want to have information ready on how likely it looks like them winning re-election wherever they are, or if something major is coming up. So still working on that. And I wasn't able to create that Redbubble account yesterday, but I'm going to try again today. There's so much good stuff. There's so much good stuff ahead, and so many projects and good stuff coming here as well. So have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Do I have an Instagram? Yes, I do. Yeah, I think it's called Black and Orange, actually. Let me see if it'll tell me right here. Autumn, Black, Orange. That's here. I'll put it in the chat. It's in the description box as well, but I know some of you can't access the description box, so I will just put this here. That is the name on Instagram. Okay. Great. Hang in there. All right. Take care. See you tomorrow.